In this video, we're going to demonstrate how Forex Source subscribers made money trading a sentiment shift involving diverging expectations for the RBA and BOC this week. Now, the move we're going to be looking at is this one here on the Aussie CAD, which is a 40 pip move to the upside. So let's break this down and see how you could have predicted and caught this move using our commentary. Now, just before we begin, don't forget to hit the button to subscribe or follow so that you're always notified every time that we release a new video. So firstly, we need to understand the context or the baseline surrounding this current pair before the actual move took place. Now, if we just quickly jump inside the Forex Source terminal, on the 5th of February, we released our dominant currency sentiment report. Now, this report highlighted that the short-term baseline for the Aussie dollar was to the upside, given that the market has started to decrease their expectations for a possible 25 basis point rate cut by the RBA in March. Now, this was based on a speech made by Governor Lowe, which explained that even though the RBA is still deliberating easier policy, they felt that the benefits of further easing did not outweigh the potential risks. Then, looking at our tradable sentiment shifts report, the day before, on the 4th of February, we saw that the CAD was being pressured due to big drops in oil prices as well as rising expectations for the BOC to ease rates in the year ahead. So based on this, we knew that the Aussie dollar was being driven higher and the Canadian dollar was being driven lower and created a great trading opportunity. Now, once the baseline was in place, the next step was to identify the type of breaking news that would generate the biggest market moving shift. So for this, we can go back to the terminal also on the 5th of February in our video commentary section. Now, in this section, we released our video commentary updates, and the first video we did for the day highlighted that our dominant currency sentiment theme or pair was on the Aussie CAD, and that is the pair that we were focusing on, and we explained that the current freshness of the sentiment that was driving the pair higher meant that we could enter at market or potentially wait for a very shallow pullback to take advantage of the expected move to the upside. Now, in the video, we also highlighted that we should pay attention to any drastic changes in the risk tone, as any positive comments about the coronavirus could affect the risk tone and should be more supportive for the Aussie dollar compared to something like the CAD. So all we needed now was an actual trigger, in other words, the sentiment shift that we identified ahead of time to actually take place. Now, for that, we can also go to the terminal just a short while after our first video. Also on the 1st of Feb, there was an unconfirmed report which stated that a research team at a Chinese university has found an effective drug to treat people with the coronavirus. Now, after this report, we saw a very quick risk-on sentiment develop in the market, which gave the Aussie dollar an additional boost as expected. Now, going back and looking at the chart, we can see that inside this first box is where we did our first video highlighting the upside bias and potential for the pair to move higher in this session. And as that sentiment was very fresh, we could have either entered right at market or waited for a potential pullback a little bit lower. Now, after the announcement of the potential breakthrough in the virus, we saw the initial upside due to that overall positive risk tone, and that basically carried the pair all the way to our highlighted profit target just below that 0.90 psychological level in that session ahead. Now, this could have banked you an easy 40 pip profit in a very short space of time, just in that short trading session. So if you're interested in learning more about how our market commentary can help you interpret news and fundamental analysis and turn that into profitable trades, click the link below and check out Forex Source. Thank you so much for watching, and please post your questions or comments below this video because we read them and we actually base our future videos on what you guys ask for.